Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kimber and I am a Colorado girl in Texas. I like to cook real food for real life and I love to bring you along for the journey. If you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash the like button so that I know what kind of content you like and to keep going forward. Well, Super Bowl's coming up, so I figured let's make some Super Bowl appetizers super quick, super easy, and fun to make. So let's get started. So the first recipe we're going to be making today is homemade salsa. This recipe comes together in about 3 minutes and it's so delicious. It's better than restaurant quality, according to my Hispanic husband as well. He loves it. And it's so delicious. So let's get started with this. The things you'll need for this are a can of whole tomatoes. I have a really good high quality can of tomatoes. These are from H-E-B. The better quality tomatoes you get, the better it's going to taste, right? Then I have a whole thing of green onions, a whole bunch of green onions, 2 jalapenos, garlic, cilantro, and salt. That's it. It goes in the blender super quick. So the first thing we're going to do is open up our can of tomatoes and pour it into our blender. Just have a Ninja blender here. It's the best blender I've ever used. And we're just going to pop this into the blender. Oh yeah, my super cool can opener, Pampered Chef. It's awesome. It makes it so that you don't have sharp blades on your can. Super cool. Okay, so we're just going to start with pouring our tomatoes into the blender. And then we're just going to chop this stuff up a little bit. You don't need to chop it all the way because the blender's going to do the work for you. Chop it all up into small pieces, just about so. We're going to throw the whole bunch of green onions into our blender. I've got some garlic that we're going to just smash, peel, and toss in. This recipe comes from one of our dear friends of the family that we've known for years and years, and she's been making this for years and years. Came from her mom, so it's one of those things that it's just like a family recipe, but it's better than restaurant. If you guys try it, make sure you leave a comment down below and tell me how you like it, because I've never had a bad thing said about this salsa. It's so good, and it's so easy. Okay, I've got 4 cloves here of garlic. If you like it garlicky, add more. If you like it a little less garlicky, add less. I'm going to go all 4 cloves because it just makes it taste that much better with that much garlic. Okay. Next, we're going to toss in our jalapenos. Our jalapenos are going to be, my husband likes it really spicy, so we're going to leave in the ribs and the seeds. You've got the ribs here and the seeds here. If you leave those in, it's going to be more spicy. If you take them out, they're going to be less spicy. That's where the heat lives, inside of the jalapeno. So we're going to take those in half and then in half again. Toss them into our blender. Let the blender do the work. You can do 1 jalapeno. You can do 2. You can do as many or as little as you like. But that's where you get the heat. It's from jalapenos. You can use serranos. Any kind of pepper you like. Get it all in there. We're going to toss in some salt. I'm going to throw in about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And that's it. Pop our lid on. Blend her up. Here we go. Okay, take her off. Check it. Just needs a little stir. 1 more pulse. And we're good to go. This is so easy and it tastes so good. You guys are going to be so impressed with this. Look at this. It's super smooth, restaurant style salsa in 3 minutes. Let's taste that. Taste for seasoning. Tastes for heat. It doesn't need any salt. Doesn't need anything else. It's delicious. That's it, guys. We're going to pour it into a bowl. We're going to take it over to our game. You could make this the day before and pop it into the fridge, because the longer it sits in the fridge, the better it gets. So if you want to make it like, or even the morning before you leave for your party, it'll be really good by the time you get to where you're going. Serve it with some chips, HEB chips. This Colorado girl didn't know HEB until I got here. And those Texans, man, they know how to do grocery stores. I love HEB. As I make a mess. Here we go. Surprise, surprise. Messes everywhere. And there you have it. Guys, restaurant quality salsa in 3 minutes. For our second recipe, we're going to be making a basil tomato flatbread. It's so delicious. And it's easier than you think. So we start with pizza dough. You can get pizza dough in the refrigerated section of your grocery store, or you can even find it in the deli department. Sometimes in the deli they'll have like a bag of pizza dough that you can just buy and take home, and it looks just like this. Or you can make it. I actually made this pizza dough. It came together. It takes an hour to rise, and came together in about 10 minutes, maybe 20 at the most. Actual hard labor of making pizza dough, but super easy. If you have yeast, flour, and salt, a little bit of olive oil, you can make pizza dough. I'll leave the recipe link down below in case you want to try making it yourself. And again, you can make this the pizza dough the day before, and then when you're ready, you can just put it together super quick, super easy, and take it over nice and piping hot to your party, and your friends are going to love it. We've got pizza dough. We've got mozzarella cheese, 2 cups of mozzarella cheese mixed together with about a 1/4 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. We've got fresh basil, sliced Roma tomatoes. I've got 2 sliced Roma tomatoes here. I have 4 cloves of garlic. We can add more or less depending on how much we get on the dough. We're going to need a little bit of olive oil for the dough and the garlic, and then salt and pepper for our tomatoes. So let's get started with putting this together. None of these ingredients are very pricey either, so it's actually pretty affordable to make. It's super, super cheap. We're going to spray the pan with a little bit of cooking spray just so that the dough doesn't stick. And we're going to just start pressing out our dough. Growing up, I used to work at a pizza place, and then my parents actually owned a pizza place for a little while. So I learned how to make and stretch pizza dough pretty well. It's fun. Get this all stretched out. It's a little thin in the middle, so I'm going to just stretch it a little bit better. Get it as thin as or as thick as you like. Since it's considered flatbread, I'm going to get it a little thinner than I normally would for like a pizza, or you can do it thicker, however you like it. It's kind of like a margarita pizza anyway. So, you know, however you like it. Okay. All right, we've got nice flatbread shape here. Good to go. Let's start assembling. Just need a little bit of olive oil down on your, or a lot. Little olive oil down. Brush on the olive oil across your dough, evenly coated. And now we're going to do the garlic. Like I said, you can do a garlic press, which I just got this, so I want to use it. You can use a garlic press, or you can chop the garlic up yourself. It doesn't matter. Either way, however you like it. This kind of saves your fingers, kind of. But if you don't mind smelling like garlic, hey, why not? Why not chop it? Okay. That's 2. I think we're going to go for 3. That one was kind of small. Okay. I'm just going to use the same pastry brush and just kind of brush it along along the dough just to kind of get it evenly dispersed so that every bite has a little bit of garlic in it. Okay. This smells divine. I wish you could smell it. Okay. Next, we're going to add our cheese. Just a little sprinkle of cheese on it. Or a lot of cheese, however much you like. Evenly on there. Oh, it smells so good. The garlic is just like so fragrant. Okay, next we're going to do our tomatoes. Just going to slap those on there as evenly as we can. That way every piece of the flatbread will have a bite of tomato. There we go. Next, we're going to season our tomatoes. So we want every bite to have lots of flavor and taste really good. So we're going to just throw a little bit of salt and pepper on top of our tomatoes just to kind of make it go, oh my God, that's so good. Your Parmesan is going to be pretty salty too, so don't overdo it on the salt, just enough to give the tomatoes like a little bit of pow. So next we're going to just do our basil. So what I like to do with basil is you pile it up into a little basil pile. And if you roll it up, then you can slice it right down the middle, and you wind up with these perfect little shreds of basil, and it looks really pretty on top. Look at those perfect little shreds of pretty basil. Throw that on top. We're done assembling. That's it. We're going to pop this into the oven, 400 degrees for like 10 to 12 minutes, or until your crust is brown and your cheese is melty and delicious. And then you'll be ready for your party. And just like that, magic of editing in YouTube world, we have really, really good. You guys, look how delicious and easy this is. Doesn't it look fantastic? You got brown, melty cheese. You got crust, perfectly golden crust on the bottom. You're going to have that snap with your crust. Okay, we're just going to slice it up. Throw it on a serving platter. And just like that, you have a homemade, easy Super Bowl treat for you and your guests. You're probably going to want to make 2 of these because everyone's going to eat this first. This and your salsa. If you bring these to your party, everyone's going to ask you to come to their parties every time because they're so good. I didn't cut that very well. And there we go. On the platter, there we go. How good does that look? I'm going to taste it because I have to. It smells so good, I can't. This tastes better than the pizza I had the other day at a restaurant. It is so good. The tomatoes have that salt and pepper on them. Just makes it go wow in your mouth. You have to try this. If you try this, tell me what you think. Tell me how you did. Tell me if they liked it in the comments. Leave me a comment down below and let me know. I'm going to get cleaned up. And there you have it. Restaurant quality homemade snacks that everyone will love. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.